All right, all right. So, this is my live streaming non scientific review of the Zoom H5. Now, about a few years ago, I wanted to get the Zoom H4n because it's been widely known as one of the OG video recorders that you should get if you want to do some recording outside of your camera. So, I went on eBay and I found a Zoom H4n for a really good price secondhand. And immediately I was thinking to myself, wow, I gotta buy it. So I bought the Zoom H4n. And then I got curious and started looking for the Zoom H5. And I don't know why. I just was thinking to myself, maybe I should get a Zoom H5 too. So I go on eBay, and sure enough, there's one for secondhand for a really good price. And I ended up ordering it probably not even an hour or 2 hours after I ordered the Zoom H4n. So I was really excited to. I was just really excited knowing that I was going to receive both of these recorders. I actually didn't keep the Zoom H4n. The Zoom H5 was a lot better choice for me, and I think that this is the whole reason why I kept it, because I've had it for a few years now, and it's just been so awesome. I mean, the quality is good, and I'm not an enthusiast for audio. I don't know a lot about audio, other than I know I needed something like that because of what it offers. The device has a lot of great features to it for videography. But recently, I've been kind of getting into this live streaming thing, and I wanted to see if I had something already that can help me bring better audio quality to streaming, whether if that's for me gaming or doing simple reviews like this. And the Zoom H5 turns out has an audio interface part that you can use, and I was really excited to hear about that. I went online and I was like, oh wow, there is an audio interface. I didn't even know that. I I was completely just like, wow, the Zoom H5 just gets more valuable, and it was so worth the money ever since I got it. I knew it was, but now with the audio interface, I knew that this would be a game changer for me, especially since I'm trying to get into more of a live streaming and doing that for not only myself but even for my work. So I'm just gonna quickly show you that what I how I set it up. It's really simple. If you have a Zoom H5 already, or if you're thinking about getting a Zoom H5, it really isn't that hard. Um, what you're hearing me on is actually the Zoom H5 connected to my Audio Technica shotgun mic. So I'm gonna switch the mic to my Rode mic. So all I'm gonna do is come over here and go ahead and bring up the audio here. And
And all I have to do now, you're probably hearing double the audio, so I'm just going to turn off the zoom. Here we go. And you're going to see that on my iPhone. I have my iPhone connected to the OBS, so you'll see right now that my iPhone is off, and you can probably only hear me on the road. I'm really sorry if the audio is bad, because I'm not too sure if the audio is bad or not, because I see it over here. It is kind of getting into the yellow, but I'm going to go ahead and just stop that. So I might bring the audio down the gain here. I can do that actually in the software here. So now I'm in the green on the road. So hopefully that doesn't sound so bad. So quickly, all I have to do for the Zoom H5 is turn it on. Actually, let me step back. In order for the audio interface to work, you need to have a mini USB to USB-A cable to plug into your Zoom H5 and then into your computer. And the great thing about it is that that can actually provide power to your Zoom H5. So you don't have to have batteries in your Zoom H5. And also, it was really cool to know that it can also provide power to the Zoom H5 and my Audio Technica shotgun mic through phantom power. I was really, really excited to hear about that. And I actually bought a cable that has a mini USB that splits to two USB-A cables. You can find them on Amazon. They're like $2, but you really only need one. I didn't know that. I thought I might need two just for extra precaution, but it really works with just one USB mini to USB-A cable. And so you connect it in there, and the software really just does the rest. You just select a few functions. So I'm just going to go and do that right now. And I'm going to bring the audio down on my Rode a little bit because you're going to start hearing me on this mic here soon. So as you see here, I'm going to turn on the zoom. It's going to turn on, and then you have the option, okay, it's plugged into my computer right now. All you have to do is go to the audio interface and select it. Now, I wouldn't suggest using stereo with this. I haven't used it myself, that's why I'm saying that. But what you want to go to is the multi-track. That's where you want to use the XLR ports. So you would choose multi-track. Now this is where if you have batteries in your Zoom H5, that's great. I didn't choose batteries because I don't want to have to switch the batteries out every month. I'm going to be streaming hours on hours of content, so I don't think that's something I needed. So I needed a bus power, and I select the bus power. Boom.
I'm in. My mic is connected in. And
all you really have to do for the mic is you go to in and out. You go to phantom power 1 and 2, and then you just turn it on. So you go to input 1, and then you can turn it on or off. I actually have it on already. That's how my mic is working because I don't have a battery
in my mic. So my mic is being powered from the Zoom H5. It just blows my mind. So, okay. Let me turn off the Rode mic here because that's probably annoying. But why would you need the Zoom H5? Isn't that a little bit too much for just streaming video content? Well, yes, it could be, but I was looking at different USB type audio interfaces, and they can get anywhere from about $50 to $130, $150. So let's say I want a really good one that has XLR, phantom, audio output with stereo or anything like that. I'll probably be spending around $100. However, if I'm a videographer or if I'm wanting to do maybe recording for music or anything, events, I need an audio interface for external recording because most of the time DSLR camera amps volume just doesn't sound great. So that's why I got the Zoom. And when I just think about it, if you're paying for those separately and this thing can actually do what you need to do it's so diverse, it's so versatile. I can't believe how great it is, and I just truly get the money's worth for this Zoom H5. I think it's awesome, and I can't wait to just learn more about how to use the Zoom and different functionalities. Other than I know the basics for videography and what I need. I know how to adjust the gain and stuff like that. And again, if this isn't a scientific review, if you need to learn more about the Zoom H5 or how to properly use a audio interface, I definitely would recommend watching some videos online because that's what I do. And if you love audio interfaces and you love all this tech stuff like I do, I mean, great. I can't wait to see you in the comments and at my live streams because I'm actually going to be utilizing this a whole lot. And I'm definitely thinking that it was one of the best purchases I made. And I'm just so glad that I found that the audio interface works. It's so great. I can't even think about anything else right now, because I want to just start streaming already. I have used it already. There might be one drawback on the Zoom H5. There is a aux stereo out. I forgot what it's called right here, but if you wanted to plug that with just an aux cord from there to your camera, there is some noise, and it's a known issue with Zoom. They don't know what it is, but the thing is, if you're recording audio to the SD card slot, it doesn't pick up that noise, but only when you hear it in real time do you hear the noise. But the thing is, if you're live streaming, you're going to hear that noise because, again, if it's in real time and you're sending the real-time signal to your camera and you're live streaming, then you can hear that static. It's a radio frequency noise. It's really weird. But if you know what I'm talking about, it's definitely not good for when you're streaming. I've had people actually point it out when I'm gaming, and they're like, hey, there's something wrong with your frequency. Like you hear a buzzing, you hear like it's radio waves, and I couldn't figure it out. But turns out when I did some research, it does have that issue. But I fixed that issue well, you can't really fix the issue with that part, but I also noticed it had the same buzzing if I try to directly just put it into the camera input. But with the audio interface, I don't need that anymore because I could just go off USB, power the Zoom H5, and power my Audio Technica shotgun mic. And now I have what I think is like a professional looking streaming setup. I have my camera, I have the arm and the audio interface, and it really is a small footprint. You can tell how small it is. It's literally just hanging off my desk. I don't think I don't think that's really. No, that looks great. It looks great. I mean, it's not protruding too much. I have some space here, so I think this is definitely something. If you're looking into the Zoom H5, or if you already have it, then this is a really cool feature. If you haven't tried it already, I know that the audio interface is good for voiceovers. I know it's good for when if you're recording on Final Cut or Adobe, you can do a voiceover while you're recording. Probably the best use is when I'm live streaming. I can actually hook it up. It recognizes the Zoom H5 on the OBS, and I can actually start recording. And that's how you hear me right now. So again, I mean, there's probably so many different things I can do with it, and I just haven't figured it all out. This is probably 2 weeks of knowing about this, and I know I've had the audio thing for a while, but the Zoom H5, I just really didn't know about it because all I used it for was just simply recording outside of videography. If I was at an event recording a workshop, I'll have like a I'll have a audio wireless receiver on my camera, but I'll have the Zoom H5 kind of stuck in the, and it may probably place it strategically under like in a by the speaker or the orator, like to see what they're to get second audio. I always have backup audio. So that's why I really got the Zoom H5 because it provides that clean audio. But with this, I can't wait to start using it and learning more about it. Again, if I get any more updates, I'm gonna share with you. If you enjoyed watching this video, just give me a like, subscribe. If you like some gaming, if you like videography, you like this content, I'll see you in the streams or something like that. So I'll see you in the video. I'll see you next time. And again, thank you for seeing my video. If you are interested in Zoom H5, I don't have any links right now, but I'll put some links down below eventually. This is my first stream, so give me a shout out. Tell me how I did, and thank you so much. Bye.